to the UK. And we were asked to leave college prematurely to travel on the road with him for 1 month in the biggest venues in the country. That was such an amazing experience. And as a consequence of that, we were invited to go to New York to work in Teen Challenge there alongside Dave and the staff. Such an amazing start to our ministry. And then God took us from New York to Newtown, a little town of 5,000 people in the hills of Wales. But God began to move and we were thrilled, and God gave us a revival there. I mean, I am not exaggerating, am I, Julian? A revival. And a wonderful building came along as a result of that we built on 5 acres of ground. And it's growing and still increasing constantly to this day. And then God called us to South Africa. What a time that was. We loved every minute of it in South Africa. We really did. God bless us. And that's where we met the Milan family. That was one of our second homes that we were talking about this morning, there in Bedford View in Johannesburg. And here we are in Bournemouth 30 years later. It's not only 50 years of marriage, but 50 years of being in the ministry together. And folks, I want you to know with all of my heart, there's never been a single moment I've ever considered contracting out of this marriage. Never given it a second thought. It was in God and it's remained in that. And I give the glory to Him. I want to say to all of you that are married, stay married. There is a way to work around the problems. There really is. God married you together for life, for better, for worse, richer, for poorer, until death us do part. And I have no desire to move on. And I give thanks to God for this. I think the only couple in this church that have been married 50 years is the Bretts, and I think it's 52, isn't it, David and Joe? Give them a big hand. And we've had 3 wonderful children. That's not an exaggeration. They're strong, stand up on their own 2 feet. They're godly, and they're raising their offspring in the house of God. It gives me great joy to come to this church, constantly have our grandchildren around us. It really does. And just up the road in the Brazilian church is Marcus and Kes, not very far away, and their kids are loving Jesus too. And as Julian says, in just about 10 days, Renee and Andrew and their 3 children will be coming to spend about 3 weeks with us. And he'll be ministering here. We'll look forward to that. So I say, to God be all the glory for a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful life. And if I had a second time around, I'd choose it every time. No regrets whatsoever. I've had a wonderful life. We've had a wonderful life together. We've travelled the world with the gospel. And we've seen some amazing places and met incredible people. You couldn't afford to do that. God has taken us there. But most of all, to Him be the praise and the glory. And for our 3 children, Renee, Julian, and Kerry-Ann, we adore you and love you, and your partners too, and we thank God for you every single day, and your children too. To God be the glory. Great things He's done. Will you praise God with me?